Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 236 of On the Backs of Gods. I'm your DM, Jillian. We have our players here today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. Uh, I'll go ahead and give us a quick recap and then we can get back into things. I think it's a pretty straightforward recap. All of you get together to find information on a new god touched relic because the current God touched relic you may have been interested in uh, is in the hands of a person that if you take it from, you may make a lot of people upset, including people in your party. And then we'd have to have another session zero where we talk about what it's like when the party is just split perpetually and you guys might fight each other. But for right now, that doesn't seem to be the case. As you all are like, what if we go find a different item? And everyone's like, yes, good idea, everyone else. So you guys, while you were out and about, Nyx ran into a seller of artifacts and items and tchotchkes um, named Numb Smugfoot, who invited you to her store so you could check some stuff out. It was very much a antique shop with dusty antiques in it, which you all partook in. Uh, and once Num arrived, she brought you into the back, which seemed to be more of a curated office setup. It didn't exactly seem to be a sales floor, it just seemed to be more of like a consulting office. And while you were in there, she gives you a few options of magical items she's heard about through the grapevine. She cannot promise that the information she is giving you is true, because when it comes to items of legend, you get legends. So it is likely that one or more of these items could be mistaken in information. Uh, After being given your list and discussing it, you decided to go with the blade Dane's Life, which is assumably located in the Underdark. It is a cursed sword, and you guys decided, hey, if we do have to drain the power out of something, doing it from a cursed sword probably is better than maybe a shield protecting us from the sun. Unclear. Uh, we don't know what the repercussions are for any of the things we do, but this one maybe sounds better. Um, so after some back and forth, you decided on Dane's Life, a cursed blade that once removed from its sheath cannot be resheathed until it takes a man's life. Also, people who are injured by this blade cannot heal. So it's a nasty little blade. And you guys are gonna go drink the magic out of it so that you can make a god, which we'll get to that when we get to it. But but for now, we have to find this sword first. And you guys basically as payment because Numb Smugfoot is like, I don't need money. I am not wanting in the money department. Is basically like, if you find something equally cool, I will take it. She also wants the remains of the Dane's life if it is not destroyed by your ritual. And she says she'll probably end up, if not given something of similar value, will or interest, will give you a mission and be like, this is what I want specifically, if you'd be so kind. And you would go from there. Um, and that's where we are, is you all leaving the antique shop and you have a game plan. And Roshan's game plan is to maybe leave. And he's back. Welcome back, girlie. But this is where you guys are. You are in Fault Star, which is the capital of your continent. It's afternoon. What are we doing?
So, where did we land on um, researching the topic? I think it's not perhaps necessary, but uh, could help us not bite ourselves in the ass. I don't know how tight our timeline is, but um, it's better if
If
we
you've
don't slow ourselves down.
I can get us
Right.
there today, like
Do
immediately.
would you have enough still to be able to travel again after that today, or would you need to wait?
I'm good. Plus, we
Really?
haven't flown anywhere yet with the
Okay.
wind walk, so
True. All right. So we have some flexibility of movement.
Roshan, you and I have basically all night. The others could sleep if they need. I only need 4 hours. You frequently go without. Make the most of what time we've got.
And not for nothing, I'm passing familiar with at least some of the shelves around the library at this point. If nothing else, I can help you consolidate notes, find books, whatever.
All right. I think if you're okay with that, and he looks at Nyx, then I think we should go to the library. But I'd like not to stay overnight. I think we should leave for Verdun's Toil.
Just a quick visit.
How
Yeah,
many hours do
few
you want
hours.
to concentrate on this? What's our window?
A few hours. I'm not afraid to get to Verdun's Toil after dark and begin searching there. I assume people will be home from work once it's nighttime and perhaps more willing to talk. So to the end of the workday at the library.
All right. I think we can get in some good few hours of research. What's our time as the sun flies right now?
I would say because Keld basically made you guys go to the shop a little earlier than expected because tchotchke hunting. You guys are
Tchotchkes!
sitting like kind of directly at noon is where we are.
Neat.
Like we are at the noon button.
Cool.
Do we have what we need to see in this place? I imagine it's going to be dark.
I'll
Well-
be able to help with that for whoever doesn't have the ability.
Brilliant.
cool.
All right, shareable dark vision. Where's that been all this time?
I have used it on you before.
You know, that's true. That's true. I think it may be rubbed off on me. I'm not sure. That might be why I've been a little bit... I don't know. You tell me later. But regardless, is there anything else we need from here before we leave for the library? I think it's best if we make sure that we're set for our course before we go.
I'm gonna grab some kind of snack for myself for sitting outside.
Perfect. Would there be, I don't know, anything you would like for us to look up while we're in there? Anything that might be helpful to you while we're on this trek?
Not that I
Anything we've
can
not
think
think
of. No.
All right.
I think we're pretty set on which thing we're looking at.
Well, I will not put it past your unique perspective to see something that we wouldn't think of, so
I'll think about it. If somebody comes out bored partway through, I'll let you know if I've come up with some idea.
fair enough.
Start
Meantime, I
pondering
suppose-
those genius ideas.
Indeed.
It's just gonna
Snack
be
hunting.
asking for things about Goose. Like, research my snake instead. Thank you.
Yes, please. If you're bored, research for my son.
If you want to start learning how to knit so that I don't have to keep going back to this one guy for snake clothes,
We can find you some knitting books, I'm pretty sure. We'll take some notes. Provided we've got the time to spare. But rather obviously, we could probably prioritize this.
yes. I'm gonna go grab some snacks before I have to go sit outside in a library alone for hours.
Sure.
Plenty of them. Nana will help to find some good and toothsome snacks as recompense for Nyx just parking her ass outside the library for a few hours.
You go back to Freya's Pillows, I think is what it's called.
Now we
Ah,
just get
nice.
many more beignets.
Yeah.
Like, at least
We
two more
didn't get to
boxes.
share.
Yeah!
Our portion of sharing was all eaten by one person.
Trixie.
Trixie. Can't blame her. They look like really good beignets. And we didn't say who they were for.
True.
Okay.
All right.
Take us where we're going. I don't need to do anything.
All right.
I
Yeah,
grab
we
the
got?
beignets. I
Some
walk to
beignets
a
and head to a tree
I go back to the tree that we just left a little bit ago
in the middle of
Fantastic.
town.
in the middle of town.
Yeah, of course.
Basket of snacks in one hand and put my hand up to the tree and
People are just
open
going to
up a
start
door.
calling us the tree walkers. We just
And you
keep popping out
guys
of trees.
We walk through a
zip
tree.
through, and you are back outside of the library, this snow-covered courtyard, and this large white stone building with carvings of Snotra upon it, and her hand forward with a quill where words spill from it. Um, you know the rules. There's a big plaque that says it. Basically, don't be a dick, don't use magic. That's no vandalism, no be dick, no use magic. Those are the rules. Um, and whoever wants to go into the library can go into the library.
Huzzah. In we go.
Yeah, I think getting in there, Roshan would take the lead and begin telling people what he thinks they'd be best at researching.
Mm-hmm.
And he asks, Nana, would you look up Verdon's Toil, especially the routes to the Underdark from there?
We'll
And
need
then-
maps going down, I'm sure.
Yeah. Keld, if you could begin looking up the war against the Fomorians.
I can also reach the top shelf.
Excellent.
Necessary, perhaps. And Fen, would you look up Dane's life itself?
Certainly.
And then Roshan would give them each a bardic inspiration to start them down the right path.
Hell yeah.
And that is a D10.
Just about to ask. Thank you. D10.
And then I think his goal was to like get them started, let them do a little bit of the legwork, and then Roshan wants to disappear outside and see if he can find Nyx again real quick.
Oh,
I'm sure she's right there vibing.
I've set up my own picnic of just beignets.
A blanket with a heaping plate of beignets.
Oh, and
You're
the
gonna make
alchemy
friends out
jug.
here. Oh yes,
Mhm.
and the alchemy jug.
Yes.
hold on. I want to go out there.
Except instead of alcohol, there's honey that I can put in there, right?
Oh yeah,
It's honey
Yeah.
this time so that I can drizzle it on the beignets.
delicious.
That's so good.
So much honey.
Not the
Oh, that sounds
mayonnaise.
good.
I feel like you
Not
guys
this
aren't
time.
utilizing the
Hey,
mayonnaise
The
as you
mayonnaise
should.
is when we're in Skull City eating those wraps. We
Ah,
dip
you're
the
right.
wraps into
Yes.
the
No,
mayonnaise.
you're right.
I think you're
just
on
dip right in there.
I as a mayonnaise hater, I hate this. I hate all this talk of mayonnaise.
Sorry.
Do
Gloopy,
you
gross white
and
stuff.
also Roshan hate mayonnaise, or is it just you?
I think Roshan doesn't mind mayonnaise. Josh hates
Is
the stuff.
neutral on mayonnaise. Good to
Mm.
know.
Roshan,
Yeah.
mayonnaise neutral. Josh, very anti mayonnaise.
Yeah. And
Cannot be
when
friends
there's
with
no
slop.
mayonnaise in the alchemy jug, that soothes Roshan's heart as
It's
he
just honey.
approaches. I think he stands there awkwardly for like 10 seconds before like sitting and then grabbing a beignet that once he picks up, he's like, I didn't want to eat this.
And she'll put honey on it for him as he picks it up.
So he holds it.
Mhm.
And then
Getting honey all over his fingers.
and then he says without looking at Nyx in the eyes anyway. I promise that I'm not going to try and erase myself with this ritual. And I know that my promises maybe aren't the most meaningful, but it really means a lot that you're here. I don't know why you followed me here, or, well, transported us here, but I'm grateful.
We're friends, Roshan. I'm gonna help you out.
Okay. I just wanted to ask something of you, if you'll allow.
What's up?
Could you try not to just, like, disappear? Things that people have a habit of leaving without saying anything. So if you ever change your mind, just let me know first.
I promise. We could get sending stones too, and then I'll have so many sets, and you can know every day if I'm planning on going somewhere.
Perhaps that's yeah, thank you. Anyway, it just means a lot to me that you and your brother haven't given up on me.
We're not going to. It's just been a little crazy. Scared
And
Roshan
Roshan Black.
away for a second. He's gone.
He's back.
He's back. Okay,
Yeah,
he wasn't back for me.
Right as you started talking,
He went
the
into the
robot
void.
started.
Oh, good.
I can see you both fine on the stream. That's the weird thing.
Roshan's like, you can't disappear if I disappear first.
Let's see.
Yeah, you
Wow.
guys are
We go
guys are
into a
good for
weird void.
stream.
Mm.
All right, am I still? Can you hear me?
Can't hear you.
Yes.
I think we're
Oh.
good.
There he goes again. Oh, there he's back.
I can hear him. I can see him.
Yeah, you never
We're
disappear
watching
for
the
me on
suffering.
stream.
Yeah.
You're just rolling through different people to black out for.
How fun.
This is just
Can you
Roshan
hear me
popping
now?
up next to everybody, giving
Yes.
little bits of advice.
Yes, Josh.
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
hear
makes
I think to put a cap on that conversation, Roshan would, with one sticky hand, just give Nyx a good squeeze on the shoulder or hand, and then
No.
She's
Full
wet
then
all
he
over,
will
so it's not
set
like
the
it's
full
stick.
beignet.
hug.
He'll set the beignet down uneaten,
Hmm.
and will use magic to clean his hands before going back inside.
Yeah, I'm sure powdered sugar and honey is not appreciated at the library.
So if he holds the door open and I throw a sticky beignet through the open door, who gets in trouble?
I think that big robot would come out and try to beat the shit out of you. Is what I
You'll be
think would
mega
happen.
banned.
You see Nyx consider it while the door is open.
Ultra ban.
I could.
Yeah, I think everybody else might get banned by extension.
By association, I
She
guess.
won't do it, but she wants to.
We see
Um,
this play out on Nyx's face.
Nick.
And then
Uh-huh.
when Roshan comes back, I think he would reconvene with Fen first.
Okay. Well, you've been gone for a solid 10 minutes tops, and they have just started looking at books. So nothing has certainly been learned yet. But you can pick a person to assist. Nana is going to be assisted by Rex.
Perfect.
So if you can assist Fen if you would like to.
Yeah, I think Fen is straight to work. He's already researched various weapons and magical weapons in this library, so I think he knows where he's going and is just grabbing books and putting them on a stack to take to his little reading corner. That's where you'll find him.
Is that who you're going to assist, Roshan? Amazing.
Yes.
Keld, can you tell us what you add to investigation checks?
I can.
I hope it's
Scroll,
more than
scroll.
me.
I add 0.
Uh-huh.
It is more than me.
Oh
But
no,
also
Nana.
a D10 maybe if you need it.
Yeah. So the three of you can roll investigation. Nana and Fen have advantage. All of you have a D10. Proceed. While that
I've
is
got
happening,
the power of determination on my side.
Nyx, when Roshan goes back inside, something remains outside with you. You can feel that there's the presence of something else that stays and just sort of is like almost like you, just quietly in the space. Does not go into the library.
You're not a reader either. I
Um,
wonder if you can eat beignets. She'll just set one to the side.
you can almost hear like a chuckle
Mm.
on the wind. Like something is very amused by that. And the beignet for now sits there untouched.
Mm. I don't know. I've never talked to any of Roshan's shadow friends. This is new. I'm like, why me?
Also, why outside the manor? I didn't think they could do that.
This is weird.
They've talked to multiple people outside the manor. Keld had a whole like
That's
interaction with them.
true.
You guys have talked to them in the bubble before. Like these things exist outside of the manor.
Yeah, they just don't talk to me normally.
Yeah, they're. I guess they don't normally hang out with Nyx.
Well, I'm
But
considering giving myself a piercing at some point if you want to help.
the energy in the space feels positive.
Great.
Okay. So I'll go down the line. Fen, what'd you get?
I got a 26, and I want Roshan's opinion whether I should use the Bardic now to really drive this home.
You must
or...
use the Bardic now. It lasts
All
for
right.
like a minute.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's a 30 then.
Okay. Nana.
My better with my advantage was a natural 20. With a modifier of -1 and a D10 result of 6. So total 25.
And Keld.
21.
Hey.
Okay. Nice.
Wicked
Thank
smart.
you, Bardic.
Yeah, we wicked smart.
I don't really recall what each person you assigned to each thing was, so you'll have to remind me,
We
Roshan.
can remind you.
I need maps.
Nano, I assigned her to the area because she's got
Terrain.
experience with chief shit. Fen, he's a weapons boy, and then Keld's the wild card, so war against monsters. He knows that.
Yeah, he's looking
I'm
into
learning.
the Fomorians.
Folklore.
Okay. We'll start with Fen. You guys are killing it. You guys are like, we've been to this library so many times, and you guys aren't looking up like incredibly niche topics. You guys are looking up like actual info people like write multiple books about and like publish and is in this library, and a librarian knows where it is. So you guys aren't
It's
like
an accepted field of study, even.
Yeah, people are like, yeah, people know about Dane's life or they know about the Underdark. Like these are things that people aren't as unfamiliar with as just like, is there a ritual where I can do this particular thing? Like that's a lot harder to find than what you guys are currently looking for. So
Good to know.
we will go with Fenn's info first, which is going to be about Dane's life and King Hogni. Um, here's the info you are able to obtain. I don't know. Attain and obtain both seem right. Um, King Hogni existed before the fall, I believe, yes, and commissioned this sword from the great dwarven craftsman Dane. And this sword is called Dane's Life. So this is like Dane's legacy is kind of the translation of it. And in this case, Dane also translates to death. So this is Death's legacy is a second name for the weapon. Injuries from the sword are said not to heal. Once the sword is drawn, it must take a man's life before being sheathed again. Um, One day, uh, King Hogni was at a meeting with another king, King Hedin, and he had his daughter Hild with him, and the other king abducted his daughter. You can find multiple accounts of where people are like, she was abducted, and then other accounts where she was abducted. So you can have your own opinion on was she abducted. Um, so basically, his daughter is now missing, and he says, I will not have that. So he gets on a boat and he takes his army with him and he travels across the sea and eventually finds the location of King Hedin and his army on an island and goes to this island. And he is intercepted by his daughter, who requests that he stand down and not engage with combat with King Hedin and to leave to end things peacefully. And he tells her, King Hogni tells her that he cannot do that as he already has drawn his sword. So blood must be spilled. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Um, then war. So these two sides immediately take up combat with each other on this island. There are many, many losses, and then at nightfall, both parties go back to their ships and to wait for the morning to fight again. Um, the battlefield is abandoned except for Hild, who remains on the battlefield and uses magic to bring all of the soldiers who had fallen back to life for the war to start again. And this happens day after day where they go to war with each other. Hild brings the warriors back to life, and then they fight once again. Um, this battle is known as uh, Hathningaving, if you were curious. Um, and it was said that this war went on for 143 years and only stopped because of Ragnarok. Basically, this battle only ended because of the fall. So once the fall occurred, they're like, I guess we're not fighting anymore. They're like, maybe bigger fish to fry. Um, but Dane's life was laid in a tomb with Hogni later and was locked behind walls of heavy stone. The tomb was inevitably looted, and the location of the sword after that is unknown, at least by these tales in this book.
Anything specific about the sword physically? Any description of its scabbard, its hilt, anything that we'd be able to tell? Oh yeah, this is the one.
Sure.
Size.
Yeah, Gurleen, show me a picture of it. Are you interesting or are you just a normal ass sword? I don't always keep to the mythology, but sometimes I like to
Sometimes there's
meander into
vibes.
it. Sometimes I'm like, what are you doing?
How you be, girly?
Do you have a particular vibe that you enjoy?
Is it blood?
Uh, Dane's life is a long sword made with the handle is coppers and silvers, very ornate and beautiful. Like it has this very ornate bottom that where the hand is protected, it goes up and out, and like it's sort of almost kind of, I want to say it looks like a frog, but I'm not going to say that. This sword does not look like a frog. It looks more like the back of a throne. Is above the where the hand is protected, and then goes up into the blade where you can see some of the coppers and gold sort of bleed up into the blade itself. It's it doesn't have any like big defining markers upon it, but like you're like, I have a drawing of it. This is what it looks like. So you have an idea, at least for some of the details, or at least this person's rendition of it.
Well, Roshan, I think I've learned as much as could possibly be known about this blade. It seems to be quite possibly the weapon that's responsible for the single most amount of death I can imagine. And we should have no problem identifying it when we see it.
I hope so. Let's see what the others have found.
Okay. You make your way around, and we'll go over
Report.
to next. We'll go over to Keld next. Um, uh, Keld, you get into Fomorians. Get deep in the lore. The librarians see that like you're the only person who doesn't have assistants, so they come over and assist you. They're like, "Yeah, what's up, bud? You need help?" And you're like, "I guess. Just can you point me in a
Probably.
direction?" I'm not a Dewey Decimal System kind of guy. I don't know where things are. Um, but you are assisted, and here are the things you learn. The Fomorians were once the most beautiful of the giant kin. So they are a lineage of giants that were said to look like elves. They were these just gorgeous entities, but were thought to be wicked. That it seems that they had tainted hearts and leaned towards greed and violence and betrayal. Um, because of the fall, they were forced into close proximity with the Fae, which began conflict. So after the fall, entities that weren't exactly interacting as often may have been forced to interact as their worlds all collapsed onto each other. So there was conflict with the Fae, and war was waged for resources and power. Um, During these conflicts, the giants were cursed by a powerful Fae called Moonshae, who basically took their villainy, like took the vision of their heart and put it on the outside, and they turned into monstrous beings. They had hideous, twisted bodies, riddled with pain, and hindered from using the magic they once relied on. Most notable about the deformations of Fomorians is that they have usually a large protruding eye somewhere on their face. As a lot of their facial features have twisted and changed, but usually there is a large eye referred to as an evil eye. Um, these eyes have the ability to transfer their curse that they were given temporarily, though stronger Fomorians have the ability to possibly transfer part of their curses more permanently. So it just depends on the strength of the Fomorian, how much of this curse is transferred upon someone. Um, because of this curse, they lost this battle, and in shame, they fled into the underground area, the Underdark. Um, so while they're in the Underdark, they often, even though they've lost this battle, they're like, but there's more battles to be had, right? So they're often seeking conflict, and very often, and in most cases, take slaves as conquest. So just across the board, it seems that the Fomorians not good. That maybe it's a good thing that they got terribly cursed. Unclear. Um, their strongholds are usually near bodies of water for food supply. Um, and during this time, once they started to get more comfortable and more established in the Underdark, they started rising back up to fight against the Fae again, looking to avenge themselves. So more conflict began. Uh, Notable Fomorians. The one that stands out to you is Ja, a Fomorian leader who built one of the largest strongholds called Fae's Tomb. Ja grew in power and amassed a very powerful, large army and attacked surrounding settlements for supplies and slave labor, and was using this very now fruitful location in the Underdark to wage war against the Fae again. And There was a descendant of Moonshae who took up arms against Erja and his army for a final stand. Uh, it is said that she wielded the legendary sword Dane's Life. Uh, she is said to have stated, "This battle will end this battle will end when my blade is sheathed, or I have no blood mine left to spill." Um, Erja was said to fall during this conflict, Dane's life piercing his heart, but Moonshae also succumbed to her wounds and fell during this battle. Uh, uh, it is said that this is where the line of Moonshae ended. Um, and that is the information that you kind of like. There's a part I think where you and Fen like your hands touch the same book, and it's like, oh, well, let's look at it. So you're getting a little extra information on the location of Dane's life, and
Where is this stronghold you said?
uh, it is. Would you roll? Were you in the 20s?
Yeah, 21.
Um, it is in the Underdark, and you are, based on what you're looking at and some depictions of it, you think it is probably somewhere near uh Verdun's End or Verdun's Toil, that one.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't remember what you said. Okay. Verdun's Toil.
Yeah, so it seems that it is probably located somewhere near that, like not directly below it, but like it's like if I looked at an old-timey map and you're like, yeah, those are kind of near each other. Um, any other questions on that topic per se?
Mm. Is Verdun's Toil above ground or in the
Yes,
Underdark?
Verdun's Toil is above ground.
Okay.
It is part of Midgard proper, upstairs.
Hmm.
Is there anything in anything that we've read so far that indicates whether, because the named characters seem to all be dead,
Hmm.
but do Fomorians still exist?
Um, you're not getting a lot actually for that. Um, Kel, go ahead and roll me another investigation check with advantage because you and Fen touch same book.
Wow. Finn touched this book. Ew.
Come on, buddy.
5.
Aw.
Inconclusive. They may still exist. It doesn't say like, and Fomorians were never seen again. Like that, it doesn't say that. But
Leaves us in suspense.
who knows? Um, and then Nana also wrote something in the 20s.
Yes, total of 25 with Rex's help.
Okay.
And also
Um,
Roshan's bardic inspiration.
you're able to find some maps. Um, you find something that looks like there may be a cave system starting outside of Verdun's Toil on the northeastern side. Um, it's one of those maps that's very like, it draws landmarks a bit flowery. So it's like, the cave entrance is quite big. It could be over the span of 10 miles more. Like you're like they where this is
is one of
drawn.
those maps where it's got like monsters in the corners and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
a
It's a
pictographic map, not a scaled map.
but you are also able to get some Underdark info and not exactly on location of what you are looking for by no means, but
Mm.
you know that basically where Verdun's Toil is, the area below it in the Underdark is modern day Nizze Styre, which is the country ruled by Queen Thruли, which was the goblin woman that you met at the party. So
Oh.
that's whose territory you're going to be in when you go into the Underdark.
Oh, well, all right. Queen Thruly. I think Nick's
Also,
got on well with her.
Verdun's Toil is also known as the World's Bridle, and
World's Bridle.
they are known for their very strong, very beautiful, very powerful horses.
Ooh! Nana is going to have to be very careful about handling Thick Biscuit there. She does not want Thick Biscuit getting jealous or insecure, but
Or
I think
pregnant.
she
Thick
got to see
Biscuit
there.
is, or pregnant. I think
Pre-
Thick Biscuit is still in Jarlsbecker. So
Probably.
I don't
Where's
know
our
where you've
horse
had
again?
this horse this whole time.
Dude, where's my
Um,
horse?
Thick biscuit's just right next to you.
just in the library. They're like, whatever.
Chomping on books.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no.
Thick
Banished.
Biscuit is banned from the library.
No.
Hmm.
There's a first for everything, including banning a horse from the library.
Yeah.
I guess so.
So, are there any other specific questions on these topics that you would like to quiz me on? And I'll go,
Mm.
Eh.
I'll go, oh no, haha, and then I'll sweat a little.
Hmm.
I feel like I just gotta put the name of this fucking battle in the chat so Josh doesn't
Yeah.
have to guess how to spell it.
Yeah. Also,
Hmm.
maybe like
There are a lot of
the city.
spellings in the notes this
Yeah, I get to
Spellings.
go vibe in the
Mm.
notes and fix things.
Hooray. So
Jeez.
we have, based on what I'm seeing here, a pretty good sketch of like our approach and where we're pretty sure we're going to need to go to look for this sword and what it probably looks like and the folklore around it. Is there anything
Mhm.
else of major consequence that we would need theoretically going into this? Do we need anything about?
First of all, that's a made-up word. That's not real.
The
You
one I
just-
posted?
Yeah. You just made that up.
You would think.
But apparently no.
Um, that's the name of a battle that done what just don't stop.
Well then.
But if you are
Sure.
asking me a question, sadly you cannot lead the witness. I will not jump in with info you may need. You would have to ask me specifically something you want.
I was
I'm
kind
ready
of
to fuck
voicing
around
it
and
to the
find out.
crew. Hmm. Are you? Well, Roshan, are we missing any angles?
Hard to say until we know what we're missing. But
This seems to
I
paint
feel
us.
comfortable leaving.
You think we've got enough to go on?
I think so.
All right.
I think you have. Nix should hear this. And Roshan will lead the crew outside, put the books back on the returns cart, and over to Nix and say,
Before you talk to Nix,
Oh.
I'd love to know what we're piercing.
She'll try to give herself an eyebrow piercing.
Oh, honey.
It's a great spot to
honey.
do without help.
Oh, honey.
What do you think you need to roll for that? Sleight of hand?
Yeah, that tracks. With my +2, that tracks.
Yeah,
Troubled
how about
high
you go
school
ahead and
kid.
give me sleight of hand?
Please don't lose an eye.
19.
Okay. It doesn't seem like you're able to be given much like assistance, but like while you're like kind of holding a mirror and like sort of aiming it at your face, it almost seems like something assists and like holds the mirror steady while you're working.
See, if you were like a physical being, we could give you one too. Much easier with a body. And she'll give herself another piercing.
What's the piercing itself look like? Is it just like a twisted piece of metal? What do we got going on?
Yeah, I think she goes in through all of the jewelry that's still sitting in this bag and just kind of breaks off a piece of metal and twists it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just find something small and she's like, this is great. Perfect. Same color as everything else. It matches.
Okay. And now you have an eyebrow piercing. And then all of your friends march outside.
All right. We've got details. A rough plan. Nama's found there's likely a cave system to the northeast of Verdun's Toil that leads down into the Underdark, actually into Queen Thruli's domain, a place called Nize Styre. Did you meet her at the party? Was it just me?
I feel like I said hi to so many people. I might have.
Well, if you didn't, then she'll probably still like you. Everyone likes you.
This is canon
But
and true.
I think we're ready to head out to Verdun's Toil, or however close you can get us.
So either we can do, because I'm pretty sure Fen used his wind walk already today to catch up with us. So we can either wind walk as far as we can go, or I can get us to whichever town it is that Nix and Kel went to that's closest.
The closest would probably be White Ridge.
Yeah, White Ridge. So I can do one of the two. We can either start wind walking and see how far we get, or go to White Ridge for the night and start walking.
Does anyone have any preferences?
Maybe see how far we can get first with the wind walk.
Might be useful.
And we could rough it tonight. I mean, by roughing it, I mean we could put up the mansion in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly, which rather functionally makes our rest pretty good, all things considered.
All right, well, take to the wind.
It is. And we stand there as we turn into wind so slowly.
A minute passes.
I hate the wibbly wobbly bit.
And I said you could get to there with your wind walk. So if I'm here, I go here.
She's doing math.
I have my fingers like this and I'm going like this on the map. And I am
like
doing
real math.
Yeah. But I'm not like doing the actual math. I just said canonically I let you go from here to here with windwalk, ergo that will be the maximum distance. So yeah, you guys take to the skies as a very, very fast moving wind. And I think you guys are gonna make it a little past White Ridge. Is how far we're gonna get this evening. I'm gonna double check at the break to see if I'm just like, oh, you guys arrive there in 2 hours. My bad. But currently, that's my assumption. And as you guys are flying around, I suppose, so I can do math and have a good time, I guess. We'll take our break. We'll take a break a little early, just a little bit. Um, Thanks for being here. Go get a snack and a drink, and we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Ten.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Club for episode, I put it away, 236 of On the Backs of Gods. We just took our 10-minute break. The party had a little fun at the library, and by a little fun, I mean they just read some books. So up to you how fun you think it is. On a scale of 1 to 10. Finding out some information on the sword Dane's life that they're looking for in the stronghold made by the Fomorians that they are looking for under the town that they are looking for. So basically, got all the info they could get and are going to go fly over to Verdun's Toil, which is horse capital of the continent, and see what they can do. Sadly, I know we're all as equally devastated. The Windwalk cannot get you from the library to Verdun's Toil in 8 hours. Uh, so
Alas.
you guys will have to make camp or something, or hang out in the mansion and get all
Rough
your
it.
resources back. So you're welcome to do that. You guys are pretty close. You'll definitely get there uh, using Windwalk within probably a couple hours tops the next day. But 8 hours passes, you all land. It is dark out. Um, what are we doing?
Well, I don't see a city, so I'm assuming we've got a ways to go.
Yeah, you guys are just like in the middle of bumfuck right now.
So Roshan, you could like put up the mansion or go back to the bubble if you're not feeling the mansion, whichever.
Bubbles cozy too.
Yeah, I already had a little camp outside anyway. I could do it again.
Wouldn't it be wild if I said I couldn't do it and then he starts casting the magic mansion?
That would be wild.
Yes, extremely wild.
What's the weather like here?
It's snowing.
Mm,
It's not bad.
She's no.
She's snowing. It's snowy and
it's
cold,
cold.
and dark. People without dark vision, fuck you. You're fucked right now. Get in the mansion.
I
That's
can't
fine.
see.
I can't see. It's not too bad. I mean, if it's a bit cloudy, so that makes it harder to see because it's snowing. So,
Yes.
but you guys are able to get into the mansion easy enough. Um, and the night is yours. If there's
Woo!
anything you'd like to do while vibing in the mansion.
Well,
I think Fen wanted, when he landed, to like forage for wild edibles that might remind them of home, but then he realizes he can just ask the mansion for whatever ingredients he wants. So,
Mm,
instead of wandering around in the snow trying to find certain mushrooms out of season, he'll probably just start making a a stew that might remind us of home.
nice.
He's not the best cook, but just when it comes to things like this, Nana and Fen have subsisted on it plenty, so it's more like dishes from memory rather than they taste good because they remind you of a different time and place rather than actually tasting good.
and each batch is never quite like the last.
Mm. Who needs a recipe?
Good vibes.
Um, I suppose now is a good time to say that if you'd like to do some exploring, there are extra doors.
Hmm?
There are a lot of extra doors, but don't explore them all tonight because that would just be me reading a document.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I suppose we can pace ourselves. How many rooms have you been constructing in here recently?
There are only about 20 so far.
Only.
Do the doors have like decor on them for us to guess the vibe?
Mm.
Oh, no, but that's perhaps a good idea for next time. It'll help you remember.
All right,
I think so.
I'm gonna go with door number 6 then, since they don't
Door
have
number 6.
they don't have anything else for me to go off of. They're just doors.
Okay,
She picks
you
the
open the
sixth one.
door and you hear the sound of heavy raindrops falling on a thatched roof. The ambient din doesn't get in the way of conversation, but it smells like fresh rain, greenery, and eucalyptus.
Ooh.
Despite the sound, the area is dry and warm, hosting an array of outdoor furniture, seemingly made from bamboo with cushions of deep red. The area is lit by a warm glow of candles and huddled masses, once hot wax sticking them together. An array of flashy drinks are available at the bar, featuring vessels made from fresh pineapple, coconut, with colorful fruit juices and aged rums.
And there's one crunchy drink.
And of course, there's a crunchy drink, for sure.
We can't leave out the crunchy drink.
Sounds nice in there.
Mhm.
Smells nice. Looks nice. I'm impressed, honestly.
You can
I'll
have
go
some
in.
of the drinks if you want. They are
Mm.
Why
alcoholic.
not?
Yes.
Can you get drunk yet?
Oh yeah, I can now. It happened recently, I think.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic. I'm.
I
I
don't know
think
what
I'm happy
happened.
for you.
Oh no.
Ah. Well, then yes, I'm sure you definitely did get drunk.
Yeah, we jumped off of the top of the skull.
Oh yeah.
You did that
Drunk?
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Forgot what it was called.
Hmm.
It was like
We
a
lived.
spinal tap or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something like
We
that.
touched part of the skull
I see.
after
Huh.
jumping.
Yeah, we jumped and were able to touch part of the spine.
Yeah.
There's this big piece jutting out.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, I suppose you had to be there, but
You can go do it too. We'll show you.
hmm.
Hey, you guys can open as many doors
take a
as you
rain
like.
check on
Don't let me get in your way. You guys look in as many rooms as you want to.
Mm.
Kel will check out a door.
Hmm.
Gotta pick a number 1
Do-
through 20, and can't be
Yeah.
6.
I would pick 6. This one's mine. It has my name on it now.
I guess Keld will open a closer one. Door number 3.
Door number 3. The mist of the walls bleeds into the air of this room, a haze of caramel tobacco smoke hanging low. The room hosts a sunken conversation pit with colorful glass hookah and plush seating in a deep orange. The smoke of the room often resonates with those who are even minutely magically inclined, who find their exhalations of smoke acting like illusion magic. Finger foods and libations line a buffet on one side of the room, each more delicate and artful than the last, a panoply of flavor, color, and texture.
I love that.
What a vibe. Bit
That
smoky in here.
reminds me of that one tent at the party. Oh, interesting.
Wow.
I suppose I
Sean.
didn't take you to Egil's bar when you were in town, but I suppose it's not a bar. It is. You smoke hookah there, since my aunt owns
More
the
of a
bar.
lounge.
Yes.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah. You'll have to show us sometime, unless it looks exactly like this.
Oh, quite different, bigger. more people.
That makes sense. Better to keep the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense that each person picks a room. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Nana will grab a random ass room.
Mm-hmm.
What am I grabbing? I'm grabbing, I guess, room number 17.
Room number 17. The door opens to a path that quickly disappears behind some trees. Do you follow it?
Sure. Why not?
Following the path is like a beautiful walk in a manicured forest. The path is cobbled with asymmetric stones in dark slate blue. Their seams are worn enough that it would be hard to trip over them. Cairns of fragile stones line the path, artfully disguised rest stops hiding a cool carafe of water and dry towels behind each of them. The sound of the forest accompanies the trail, though the animals that make them are harmless, illusory, and fleeting. Fragrant juniper, pine, and hawthorn perfume the way and provide a crisp facsimile of fresh air. When you look behind you, your door is always just a handful of paces away, despite any seeming distance you've gone into the Worries End forest. And this room is just a place where you can take a jog. It's like a treadmill, except an entire room.
I love that. It's an interactive Peloton treadmill or whatever. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I dig it. That's a lovely place in here. It's not exactly one-to-one with reality, but goodness, it's quite close. It smells wonderful.
Where would Fen like to go? What number would Fen like to?
I'm sure he would have loved that one, but
I think Finn has made a stew of venison and mushroom and wild barley, and now he doesn't know where anybody went. So he's
Oh,
going to go to
no.
door 2 and open it up and hope his friends are behind it.
ha ha ha.
Door 2. So you walk into a pristine square room with white walls that glow a soft yellow. And in the center of the room, under a spotlight, is a delicate shrine of porcelain and glass piled high. And just to the side of the door, there is a wooden rack with hammers in a plethora of shapes and sizes. Would you like to interact with any of these items?
I think he will pick up and examine a hammer.
The hammer is a hammer. It is just a hammer, and you get the urge to smash.
Well, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. But I
It is the
suppose
evening
Fen
now.
will smash some porcelain.
Yeah, you smash it, and where it shatters across the floor, it leaves not jagged potsherds, but vibrant sprays of color. And when you're done with this room, you can crash through the walls and have another one.
I think Fen will blow off some steam.
Yes!
A colorful rage room.
Fantastic.
I'm just trying to figure out if you can get copyright strike from Peter, Paul, and Mary. Is my thing. Like, is that something you can get a copyright strike from?
Right?
Just curious.
I mean, a lot of it's in the
There's only
lo-
one way to
folk
find out,
zeitgeist.
but
Katie'll find out. She'll know.
I
yeah,
didn't
Katie,
sing
tell
it.
me well, no, I'm just saying if I wanted to sing it because it was the impulse, but I'm like, but is Big Peter, Paul, and Mary gonna come copyright strike me? I don't know.
Pretty sure they're all dead, aren't they?
Yeah, but somebody
That
has
doesn't
to own
matter.
some
If there's
part
a
of it.
company that owns
Yeah,
it and it's not
Big
been
And
a
Peter, Paul,
100
and
Mary
years,
will.
they're going to come after you.
Ooh.
Hey, we've gotten no strikes. I'm not starting today. Not with Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Yeah, no.
That's not where I'm starting.
We
Uh,
pick our battles, and that's not one we want.
You win this round. Yeah, you guys interact with some new rooms. The space seems to have a bunch of new stuff for you guys. Is there anything you guys wanted to do or talk about this evening? Anything else?
I gotta send Russ a message on the sending stone so he knows where we're going.
Okay.
So just be a general. We're going to Verdant's Toil tomorrow to find some cursed sword. I think it's in the Underdark. I love you.
Done some dealings in the Underdark. Um, but usually main roads situations. Be safe. I love you.
Right, he didn't give me anything that made it seem like this was a really bad idea, so I think we're good to go.
That's
He didn't
reassuring.
like immediately say, "Hold on, I need to come with you." So
Yeah, that's a good sign.
yeah, not immediate death.
Is Eagle still down here? I don't know where exactly.
I think a different part from what I'd heard. Might be
That
wrong,
would make
though.
sense.
Probably closer to where we left.
Likely closer to Jarlsbecker, certainly. Since that's, I think, where the largest
I don't know where all the
in and
entrances
out
are.
is. I wouldn't know.
Or probably
I didn't look for those
everywhere.
maps. I found the one.
I mean, it's
Nana
just gotta
sketched
be
it very accurately.
It's probably just some hole in the ground, and some of them are fancier than others.
Mostly.
Guess we'll
Yeah.
see. Well, are we feeling confident about this now that we've done a little reading?
I think, based on what we've found, it certainly holds out more or less the sketch of what we were given, but I'm glad to have more specifics, particularly with regards to the appearance of the sword. I mean, assuming we can count on folklore and a scholar's artistic representation of said sword, hopefully there's at least something that holds true. If nothing else, it gives me some hope that perhaps this one is a real relic, a real object.
Right.
Hopefully it wasn't someone's wishful thinking and it was in some way impacted by records of some sort.
Hard to say when things are buried so far in the past.
Before the fall is certainly a difficult reach for receipts, but if nothing else, hopefully with what we've got, it's at least a good starting point, an idea. We don't have to look for specifics so much as patterns.
Right. Speaking of, we have a general idea. I guess I don't know what good it does to discuss it right now, but
Well, this might be a less private chance to discuss anything, so.
I just don't know what to expect when we get down there. Is it just wander aimlessly, or how do we go about finding the right path?
makes it hard to decide what types of things I should try to prepare for.
Mm,
Well,
right.
Nana
Other
can
than
lay
seeing in
out
the
like
dark, I can do that part.
Nana can lay out
That
what
would be helpful.
cartographic information she was able to get, anything she was able to learn about both the above ground and below ground terrain. Whatever she was able to learn would be maybe like a passive obstacle rather than an active obstacle between us and the sword. I'm trying to think if there
I
would have
mean,
been like
nobody
something
really like used
specific.
fantasy Google for like just the Underdark.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Y'all
really?
didn't exactly Google Underdark, so I
Ugh,
not a lot of info I can
my
give you.
big smooth brain.
Somebody
Turns out
could.
we can't breathe down there.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Shit.
Oops. Um, people are welcome to like think really hard about it, and if they've heard stories of the Underdark, but you guys weren't like, I would like to research the Underdark. That did not really
Hmm.
occur, unless I just didn't hear you say that. I
I,
didn't hear it.
hmm. I don't know. I had inferred into the directive from Roshan. To me, I felt like Nana would want to know the terrain of what she was going to be dealing with as far as she was able to find. I don't know if 25 was good enough to find stuff on the
Oh, it
Underdark
would have if
too.
that's what y'all said. Y'all just said Verdant's Toil.
Yeah, okay.
Would we
Not
know
to be
if anyone
rude,
in
but
Dim Woods has done any Underdark traveling?
so I would go out on a limb and say that probably not. Um,
What about that hat guy?
Now, what
I
about
mean,
Blue
Blue
Hat
what
Hat
did he
James?
get up
James is
to?
your best chance.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Blue Hat James is a traveler who goes around to many places on Midgard. They possibly could have gone to the Underdark. You don't know. You also know people who are actively living in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Um,
Call your boyfriend.
Yeah, call him or the general and see if they can give us information on the Underdark in general, Roshan.
Uh, yeah,
We bully Roshan.
I'll do that. And I think Roshan will agonize about what time to do that seems best. And it's already dark, so it's probably too late, so you'll do it immediately.
Yeah, because I need to think about spells for tomorrow, Roshan. I can't wait.
Yeah, of course. Let me
Honk
just.
shoot.
I'll reach out to Egil, and we'll cast sending and ask Egil, or just say, "Hello, heading down below tomorrow. Um, Nowhere near you. Anything we should be wary of?" And would add on some personal effects at the end, but I'm not sure how many words he's got left.
oh, you got like a bunch.
Okay. Miss you. Hope to see you soon.
Hey there. I'll try to be concise. Um, Dangerous animals, uh, unsteady caverns, uh, gases, lava. Uh, Sometimes water just shows up. don't touch the mushrooms. And if I have extra, I will put on something nice like I miss you too. But I usually don't count mine per se, and I think you guys should just take that as a win. I don't count my response numbers.
We're gonna touch the mushrooms.
And then they touched the
By that
mushroom,
I
the one
mean
where they
Nyx.
all touched the mushrooms.
I have to bring some with.
I know a mushroom
Uh,
guy who'd love this.
Egil says not to touch the mushrooms. I suppose if you must, perhaps do it with gloves on.
Okay, but
please.
was he saying it just to be mean to me because he doesn't like me? Because I feel he could.
I
That would be
Nyx,
awfully pointed of him.
Yeah.
not to besmirch your honor whatsoever, but
Mhm.
I do not think Egil thinks about you.
It's exactly what my brain thought, Roshan, when she said that. So I'm so
Oh,
glad it's like he doesn't even think about you. No, hey, come on. Hey, no, you hate me, please.
Only when he does think about her.
Yeah, it's like he sees her and he's like, oh, yeah. Mm. But she gave me this cool ring that could just kill me. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Things you do for friends.
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't think it was a pointed thing for you. It was perhaps pointed directly at me, so I'll be abstaining from touching mushrooms. But he also said to be wary of, and Roshan will list, dangerous animals, unsteady caverns, gases, lava, and freak rivers, floods. Um,
Those freak rivers.
Not in my Underdark, those
Freaky
freak rivers.
um, perhaps I don't think I have much for wind magic, but perhaps something low level just in case we get into trouble and the air is not our friend.
Well, I could hang on to the prayer bead for Windwalk if we want to expend Nyx's spell.
I think we were talking more like gust of wind type of
Well,
thing.
no, but if we do find ourselves in a difficult situation where we need to extricate ourselves from quickly, I can instantaneously turn us to gaseous form with Windwalk and we could leave. Whereas when Nyx casts it, it takes a minute.
You have a good point. Um, another thing is we're not that far from the entrance now. If we spend perhaps a couple hours as wind in the morning, getting ourselves there, and then perhaps a couple hours in town, uh, gathering as much information as we can about perhaps the whereabouts of the actual entrance and what we may find down there, then we'll still have plenty of time left. Though that won't help us if we get caught and the air is choking us. We just have to slowly turn back into wind. But we should still have time tomorrow to get ourselves there, and if the obstacle presents itself, we'll still be able to fly for several hours.
We could also check and see if there's shops in Verdant's Toil. Maybe there's a scroll or something that could help us with any of the things that Eagles warned us of. Roshan, do you have another sending?
Yes.
You-
Who would you like me to talk to?
Just do me a favor and tell Corrine where we're going under the ground and let her know I'm thinking of her.
All right. And Roshan will editorialize romantically on that and send
Mhm.
to Kareen saying something like, Fen was daydreaming about you and wanted to contact you to tell you we're heading somewhere dangerous, but also let you know that we are being safe.
I think Fen blushes just at Roshan having
Hmm.
changed his words. He blushes at having had to ask in
Now
the
you
first
know
place.
how I felt.
Fen sounds very poetic this evening. I wish you safe travels and advise against Western underground travel. And you can send my love.
She sends her love and bids that we do not travel west once we are in. Is the um, is the country called Nizestire? That's
Yes.
okay. So let's hope that we don't need to travel outside of Nizestire once we get down there. And I'm not sure I'll be able to tell the direction once we get down there, but let's try not to head west if we can avoid it.
Well, maybe when we're in town, a compass and maybe even some sort of clock might be things to purchase. We'll have a much harder time gauging time of day. We'll have nothing to go off of other than our own exhaustion, presumably. But a compass, maybe something to help us, some parchment to draw maps with, our own maps, proof against what we're going in with. Should be rather mundane items, and hopefully we can find them at a shop.
I do have some, not an overabundance. I used up some of my materials taking notes at the library, but still.
Yes, I think we can split up once we get to Verdun's Toil. Um, Fen, if you don't mind picking up sundry items. Nixon Keld, if you wouldn't mind speaking to the locals. I'll hit up the magic store, and that leaves Nana free to look at the horses.
I do appreciate that.
Ben holds out his hand. Money, please.
Papa!
And
I was robbed in Skull City. I've got nothing.
Oh, you poor man.
Roshan will give you plenty of money. Just don't get yourself robbed in Verdun's Toil.
I'll do my best. I'm not even sure who robbed me. They were quite good.
Wow. If Roshan is making up a nickname on the spot, if the Spider of the Skull got robbed, then wow, you've
No one
got
is safe.
competition. There's a new thief on the streets, and Skull City better watch out.
Must do.
All right. Well, anything else we need to attend to before we rest?
Well, I'd appreciate, Roshan, if you've still got another sending in you. I've been meaning to, try and figure out a way I might be able to meet with Volda at some juncture. I don't know whether or not I'll be able to interact with him normally, but I'd like to see what I can do about that. If he's able to pull himself away from official matters. If not, I'll understand.
Would you like me to see if he will come to the east or see where he is?
Well, it's as good a test as any. If I'm able to meet with him somewhere in the east that's not Galunda, then
I mean, do you want him to come over to our side of the continent, to the east? Or did you
I
want to try and find out where he is in the west and visit him there?
I think that with tensions being as high as they are, honestly, the chief's son ought not be just gallivanting about on the other side of the continent. I think I should try and meet him where he is, wherever that might be. I don't want to disrupt him too much from his business, and if I'm able to meet him, then splendid. If I am prevented, then that certainly moves up my timetable for figuring out what I'm going to do with my wish.
All right. I'll reach out and do some more editorializing. Nana misses you, Valder. She wants to meet. Though we're busy now, perhaps she could find you somewhere in the west?
I keep trying to mute it and I keep like pushing it the wrong way and I keep just coughing into the mic. I'm like, shit.
I
Oops.
feel that. I feel that.
Um, just a reminder, because Valder hasn't like existed in our zeitgeist for a hot minute. He is not the son of a chief. He is the brother of the Jarl.
That was it. That was it,
So
brother of the Jarl.
just a reminder.
Thank you.
Um,
I thought it sounded fake coming out of my mouth, but my words were not stopping.
Yeah, so just a reminder about this dude who we haven't really talked about in a hot minute.
That's appreciated.
I already forgot what you said, but I'm going to respond and you can tell me if I didn't answer something.
Sure.
Um, I am currently in the west, near the capital, with my sister. Meetings, talks. I'm available to an extent. Just let me know. Send my well wishes.
It sounds like he's happy to meet. He sounds stressed, but he is. He says he's near the capital with his sister, though I imagined he's probably part of a military encampment if tensions really are as thick as they seem.
I see. All right.
But
Well,
he's happy
then,
to meet.
that's good. I'm glad to hear that. In which case, we can think about the logistics later after we've taken care of this business first. But thank you very much for reaching out for me.
Of course. Last call on sendings.
It's late enough. I don't want to wake my mother or Hertha, so.
Well, it's actually earlier for them, but
Oh,
perhaps
really?
not that early.
What is
Jillian,
the time
could you tell us
differential?
what the time zones are
What
for
are the
these?
time zones?
If you would
There's
like
the
to
East and the
engage
West.
me in Mortal Kombat and you succeed, and then procure a Ouija board to speak with my ghost, I will then inform you of the time zones.
Perfect. Yes. Excellent.
They are a little different.
Hmm.
They're all
I
a
like
little
that.
different. Just a little. Where you are, probably a little different from where they are. A little bit.
Hmm.
Probably.
Just,
Behind, ahead, who knows?
if you think about it, a little bit.
Listen,
If
there
the
can just
sun
be
do
two.
rise in the east and the sun do set in the west,
Canonically, probably.
probably.
I'm sure I've even done that wrong a couple times and nobody can stop me is the thing. I can put the sun in the sky wherever I fucking want. Nobody
Sometimes
can
the
stop
sun
me.
flies backward.
Hey, sometimes
What?
I'll describe something and I'm like, I don't think that could technically happen, but magic. And then I move on, is kind of how I think about things. I'm like, that's probably not where the shadows would be, but I don't give a shit. And then I continue forward. I'm like, oh, well, now they are. Um, yeah, anything else for the evening?
I think Keld will just use his sending stone to tell Thor the plan. It's become his nightly ritual.
Sounds fun. We saw a weird ass bug, like a huge fucking bug, and we've just been following it. So, keep you posted on that.
Wonder where the bug goes.
Hey, sometimes you follow the bug, and when you're retired, you're like, shit, guys, let's
What's this
go.
doing?
We're just gonna follow a big bug, guys.
We just found a humongous bug, and we're gonna follow it.
Maybe it's taking him to paradise.
I mean,
there
for
goes-
clarification, this is Nyx's carrion crawler, right? That they're following.
They found him.
They're like, what's
Wow.
this? This fucking
Like,
weird
Yeah,
why
bug.
is he
breathe.
so settled?
We're all riding the bug. It's rad as hell. It's like it wants us to. It's like lowering its back, like, come on.
Ride me.
Climb up.
Hmm.
Anything else?
Nyx will leave out another snack for this shadow since it tried to be her friend for a second. It's like a kid leaving out stuff for Santa. Just a little great kid snack.
Here's some
Like,
Biscoff
There
cookie.
you go. Still don't know
Oh,
if you
yeah.
need anything.
Keld's gonna poke Nyx's new piercing and heal it.
I could have done that. Thank you.
Instead, you let it bleed in your eye all day.
It looked very irritated.
I didn't notice it.
Well, that's good. Doesn't hurt.
No. I thought it looked pretty good.
It's impressive.
Looks good.
You did it without a mirror?
No, with a mirror and
Okay.
a mirror hand.
Who was helping you?
What would
The
you like
wind.
to know? You were too busy reading stuff in the library.
And
Wouldn't you
apparently
like to
not
know,
all of the
weather
right
boy?
stuff either, so whatever.
You can do the next one.
Fine, I guess I will.
Everyone can help me with one piercing. It's just nobody can do it as badly as Roshan did the first time, okay? That one was really painful.
Let's not do that. Let's definitely not do that.
But you're all allowed to try. I've got plenty more space.
Fun? It's an interesting bonding exercise, but I'll buy it.
Okay. And for maybe the final time, anything else?
I think after everyone has gone to bed, Roshan would like to talk to his shadowy friends, see if he can, I don't know, make them play nice.
And how do you go about this?
He would go down to the waterfall pool and make it loud, and then reach out mentally to connect with uh, whoever is there.
Okay. Roll insight.
It's impossible to read. That's a 3, which becomes a 16.
Okay. Uh, a moment passes, and it kind of takes the amount of time, like if you called somebody over from across the room and you can feel Odin's presence. Are you sure that you want to summon them again, or do you want to wait for them to finish what they are doing?
I think I let them finish what they're doing.
Mm.
I just I'm not sure that they're going to be any better tomorrow, and Rose was already ready to change plans because you're more stable, and I want to do this, but none of it feels like I can have my cake and eat it.
Mm. I would say in times gone by, at least for me, or at least who I am a picture of, thoughts like these would torment me. These are the things that would keep me up at night. Is the what ifs and the whens and the whys, and I don't have to rehash my story. It is mostly that, I think, of trying to find out what happens next and prevent the inevitable, prevent the worst outcome, prevent my end. And we see that that did not work. I have no idea how this will go. Whether I am at the helm, or your keeper is, or we both are, whether you are involved or you are not. I don't know. And it is frightening to not know. And I am doing my best to be able to exist in that discomfort, in that fear. I am in my own difficult place as you are in yours. I don't know if tomorrow is my last day or if I live forever. And I would have fought tooth and nail at a point, I think, to know the answer to that. And now I think, what good would it do me? I want nothing more than to live. But at this moment, I think that is out of my hands. And I do not envy yours. I would do my best to see this ritual come to fruition and accomplish the goal you have all set out to do. That's all I can say, is that I would do what I could. That I am invested in seeing that outcome. I just hope I get to see it.
I hope you do too. I don't want to see anything more that I love lost. But until the keeper returns, I don't know, so I'm dreading that moment. And yet I can't stop thinking about it. And the hard part is the keeper, what they said, it could be untrue, but it has sown seeds of doubt in me, and I do not feel myself swayed or betrayed by you, and yet I cannot stop thinking, what if it is so subtle that I don't even know it? And what if, and I know you said you often found yourself stewing in these what ifs, but I wish I knew what to do with them.
I am littered with what some would refer to as wisdom. And look where it all brought me. I had every drop of wisdom, every thought, every feeling, every twist of magic I could pull from the air, and I still ended up exactly in the place I was trying to avoid. As if I stepped right onto that big red X. I don't think things are preordained. But I do think there's only so much we can control. And there's not a lot of, no matter how subtle or how much flowery language I use, it cannot confirm or deny if I am trying to tempt you in some way, trying to alter the way you think. I could say that I am not doing that, and it could be a lie. So I will not try to defend myself in that case and let you come to your own conclusion. What I do know is from what I saw from the keeper. They seem unwell. And it seems emotions are incredibly important for your ritual. I think if you are filled with doubt, I think you have made the correct choice to step down from the ritual. If you think there is a piece of you that would waver, even if it isn't just fear of the end or fear of the outcome, just doubt for any piece of it, I think you have made the right choice to remove yourself. And I believe the keeper has made themselves quite clear on how they feel. Perhaps that will change next time you speak. I don't know. But that is something to consider. You offered me the possibility of an out, asking me if I wish to reside within the sphere. Perhaps there is some kindness you could afford the keeper. I don't know. But I will be here. I do not feel as if I need to peruse these books, which I believe I could if I were so inclined, because I maybe do not agree with the path we have taken, but I agree with the destination. I agree with the end. and somebody before us treaded, what, halfway? I would not turn back, not at the middle. So that is where I stand.
Would that I had no agency of my own to be acted upon only instead of doing the act.
Mm.
I think
And
I'd go crazy.
and you would hate it just as much as you despise this. There is no winning. I know that to be true. There's no winning in any aspect of near anything. So I suppose we will see where we fall.
And I think that that hits Roshan as a grim vote of confidence. It's not about winning or losing. It's about doing your best.
Wow, guys, we finally did it. The
The
moral.
friendship we made
It's
along
the
the
friends
way,
we made
etc.
along the way.
For years, I've been pushing the message, and we finally get to it.
It's so obvious now.
Wow.
We stand not only on the backs of gods, but on the shoulders of our friends.
Look at that.
But I think it is that that grim vote of confidence that banishes some of the fear Roshan has about it, and is a grim resolve to see this finished, perhaps in spite of emotion, in spite of what holds him back. And I think he would stew in his own soup in the pool for a while longer, and just hang out, and then probably go back upstairs and read through the folio again that Rose shared until morning.
Yeah, a lot of the I won't go into too much detail about this unless this is the path you end up taking. But it seems that it is a lot of my brain just is like manual body horror, self-inflicted manual body horror, where it's
Fun.
almost like you have to guide the magic that is on your skin to the spot that it needs to be at, the new placement. So you have to kind of dig in medically with some sort of scalpel situation and lead magic to different points of your body. It
Ow.
is a grim prospect. And either it leads to the outcome that Rose has, or Rose made a mistake in some way, which you can also start looking into the folio to see if you think Rose made a mistake.
Yeah, I think he would like to dissect, like, what if this was done perfectly, what should it look like with his knowledge of Arcana, and yeah, would love to dig deeper into that.
Yeah, roll Arcana. May not get an answer today, but you will start the process. It is a interesting little ritual.
29.
Okay. You start looking into it, and it's going to take some combing through. But the outcome was meant to kind of be more like yours. Like it was meant to be well put together, runic inscription upon the human form. But for some reason, it bled. It bled like a tattoo, like a poorly done tattoo, that it went past its bindings and moved across the body at its own rate, at its own speed, which means that it is now affecting muscle and bone and organs where it should not be. So it's like a lot of bleed over that it has left its bindings. So that's what you're able to pick up on this evening. Um, also, at some point in the night, each of you will feel like there is another presence in the room or something is watching you. And it's only for a moment. You never see anything, but there is a moment where each of you feel like something is there. But when you look, there's nothing to be found. Nyx, the treat is gone.
Santa came.
I knew it. It does eat snacks, guys.
This guy loves snacks. Um,
Allfather, love snacks.
Odin, known to love a snack. Hey, listen, canonically, Odin's real girly pop. So says the lore.
That's
So,
true.
like, I'm not here to
She
question the
probably
lore.
hungry for a snack.
I love her. Odin, eat hot chip, not charge phone, and lie. Uh, um, but if there's nothing else, I suppose you guys can get a long rest if you're so
Hooray!
inclined.
Honk shoes.
You may have your honk shoes. And you will wake up the next morning. Is there anything before you turn into wind and fly away?
Roshan produces a loaf of overseeded bread. It's got enough
Hmm.
calories in a single slice. It's like lembas, but for birds.
But birds.
Birds. Bird lembus.
Did we decide if I'm casting Windwalker or are we using the necklace just so I know if I'm keeping it on this spell sheet or not?
We'll just use the necklace.
Okay.
Should this
Roshan will
take
make
more,
sure everyone
okay.
is fed. Have the assistants grab anything that they may have left in their rooms and get us out the door.
On the way out, Nyx will bother Roshan real fast. Can you ask Odin what snacks he prefers so I can like leave the right one out instead of just random ones?
Odin eats snacks?
Not sure that Odin can eat.
Somebody took the snack I left, Roshan.
You left out a snack? Are you sure one of the shades didn't just clean it up?
I didn't tell him to.
Fen will look accusingly at Jenny.
Jenny is round, as if a snack could be sitting inside of her at this exact moment, but we'll never
Giant
know.
beignet.
But she's always round.
She's shaped like a cupcake.
I don't know. You can just check for me. Thanks.
Yeah. Roshan does Roshan feel the presence of the keeper or the shadow around?
I would say anytime you like spread your consciousness to think, if one of them is near you, you can feel that Odin is usually there right now.
And then Roshan will incredulously ask, "Did you enjoy Nyx's snack? Do you have any preferences?"
There's sort of like a kind of a whispering voice, sort of that kind of fills your mind instead of like filling the space. I am a fan of sweets. I like honey. Good to know you have an unending supply.
We've got
Does not answer if they can eat it or not, but
Listen, I was right.
Odin, apparently a fan of sweets. So,
Got it.
was it a leftover beignet that you left out?
Well, it was now 2 beignets, yeah.
2 beignets?
Well, he didn't eat one at the picnic, but that was where I first offered one. But this one did disappear. So
Curious. Roshan makes a mental note to have one of the shades keep an eye on any snacks Nix leaves out because he is concerned.
What is eating all the snacks? There's just a rat that got somehow stuck in the mansion, and it doesn't get like pushed out every day. It just stays there, and it's like, I gotta live, man.
I was imagining
Gotta
it was one of the
survive.
unseen servants, and that one unseen servant is just a little bit portly, and they're okay.
And they're just like, I'm just trying to live my life and be happy.
Oh no, the staff is gaining sentience.
He said clean it up, but he
Goose
didn't say
Goose just
how.
has like a beignet shaped bulge in the middle of their body.
Incredible.
how do you even find it? He was in the lantern.
How'd he get out and then get back in?
Wouldn't we
He
like
saw
to
it from the
know?
lantern. Or
A
could if he could
Another
see.
episode.
a mystery for another time. It'll be our mystery episode where you guys figure out who's eating all of the sweets in the
Mm.
mansion. But you are able to use the prayer bead and take to the skies. Um, and within, I will say, a couple of hours, you are able to land in uh, Verdon's Toil. Um, as you're approaching, you can see fields upon fields and so many horses, like a crazy amount of horses. Um, the town itself is tucked into a heavier treed area, but like the areas around it seem to be like largely like farms dedicated to horses. Uh, there's
I
just
mean,
so
Valhalla.
many. But you arrive in Verdon's Toil. It's a pretty small town. She's not a city by any stretch. People are going about their day. God, the horses, these beautiful motherfuckers, they're everywhere.
So many pretty
There's so
horses.
many stores about like horse stuff. You could buy so many horse things here.
Nana is
If
gonna have
you
to kid out Thick Biscuit.
Yeah, if you need horse stuff, this is the place to go. This place
Yes.
got horse stuff. Um, it looks like people can get like personalized like saddles and bridles and things like that. There is just a plethora of horse stuff. But you all are in Verdon's Toil. What are we doing? What's up? What's the vibe?
We were told to talk to locals.
We're supposed to go talk to people.
Let us inquire with some of the local folk, and I'll see if I can align anything of what I see with the maps I studied. Hopefully, they're not just bad estimates.
Is it bad to just ask straight out?
I don't think so.
I think that's
Probably
the
not.
easiest way to go about it.
We'll see how they react upon being asked if it's a good idea to go spelunking into the Underdark.
Well, we're doing it either way.
Also true.
So are people spreading out to do multiple things, or are we all just sticking together and going and doing? Where, what, when?
Fen was tasked with acquiring sundries, so that is what Fen will do. Try and get some parchment, some ink, some charcoal, some chalk, a compass, and some sort of time-telling device, if available.
Um, uh, we'll figure out all the pricing on all that gobbledygook, but you
I
can
believe
get.
Roshan gave you enough.
Oh, it's not going to be expensive. It's going to be quite cheap. Probably the most expensive thing will be the compass because the best you can get in time telling is like what do you call them?
Hourglass.
Thank you. I was just like, what do
I
you
was about
call
to
when the
say, if it's
sand
a
go from the top
sundial,
to
we're
the
in
bottom?
trouble.
When it go up and then go down. Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
best bet in this scenario. But everything else you can acquire. And you will just somebody will do math and they'll give me that money and I'll say thank you. and and we'll go from there. Um, who's the next person doing something?
Roshan will look for a magic shop, and if there's only a magic horse shop, then he'll do that.
So
Magical
hey,
horse girl shop.
so I'd like to talk about something now. I was gonna be like, hee hee ha ha, there's no magic shop here. It's a tiny ass little town. They just got horses. But then you said magic horse shop. And how do I not make a fucking magic horse shop? So
You're right.
there is a magic horse shop, but they only do stuff for horses.
Nana's window
So
shopping already.
yeah, you find Nana already there looking in the window.
Yeah, Roshan will go inside. They've got to have a scroll of speak with animals. Probably not
Sure.
a scroll.
Scroll of speak with horses.
It's
Probably
specifically
Only
speak with
horses.
There is a young woman in sort of like tight riding clothes. She looks like she just came in from a ride, and she has like long, sort of mousy brown hair pulled back in a ponytail. Just real big and swooshy, and her face looks like a little wind whipped. Uh, can I get you something? And it looks like over at Nana in the window, and then back at you.
Nana will come
Um,
inside and stop being weird.
Yes. Is this the only magic shop in town?
Um, I I never really called myself a magic shop, but yeah, I suppose so. I would be the only shop where you can acquire magical items in town.
And would you have any? I know this is a stretch, but any scrolls of perhaps tongues?
Um, I'm so sorry. I don't have anything like that. We'll point to the scroll of speak with horse. Um, and I just
Oh,
honestly got those on wholesale from a friend, and I think it was like a joke, but they sell.
I mean, when there are
Nana's
this
got a
many
handful.
horses, I would bet they do. Um, so a bit of we're actually looking to do a bit of cave diving, um, and we've heard that to the northeast there's an entrance to a cave system that may lead down into the Underdark. Do you know anything about that?
Oh
surely you have
yeah.
to know to stay away from it if you're gonna ride horses. That's a hole in the
Oh,
ground.
oh, well, it's not actually like a hole in the ground. I feel like if it was a hole in the ground, we probably would have like put something on top of it and probably pissed somebody off. Um,
Likely.
but there's don't tell any of the kids, even though they all find it eventually. But there is a cave system, and she basically is like, so about like 10 miles in this direction. There's a cave system. Um, uh, Basically covered, like tries to be like hidden, not the best at it. So it's not super hard to find. But if you start going into that cave system, one of those tunnels leads to the Underdark. I do not know which ones, but at least
And
one does.
do you know anyone who might be able to sell us a map of the cave systems?
Um, Not that I'm aware of. Like some people in town are aware that we're near like these systems that are near the Underdark, but it's not like we particularly go into the Underdark. Sometimes people will come out and like do trade, but
Sure.
that's not all the time, and we don't exactly go down there for the same thing.
Well, if there's no one selling maps, is could you give me the name of someone who might be able to just give me a rough estimate? Someone who's been there before, or perhaps someone who's dealt with the traders that come out.
I mean, I listened I've met a couple. I don't know if somebody has a detailed like map or information or anything. I'm not sure who it would be. As it's not like it's a secret, but the thing is, like, we don't want the kids to like go in there, so we sort of all just don't talk about it. And we kind of try to lean into like, ooh, it's a legend, and maybe a kid finds the cave and then they hear one spooky noise and run off. But like, I'm just not sure if there's somebody who's like really been in there. I'm sure they have, but like not that I've heard about. Also, people lie about it and like boast about it, like, oh, I've been in there and I did this. And so it's kind of, the waters are tainted. So I could not tell you.
I see. Well, perhaps we'll just have to deal with our natural cave diving experience. And Roshan thinks we've been in a cave a solid like 2 times, so maybe that's enough. And we'll purchase 5 scrolls of Speak with Horse and 2 bottles of horse sheen tonic, which gives them a glossy coat, and give those all to Nana.
Yeah, give me
How
300
did
gold.
you know?
All right.
Oh, thank you.
I'm picturing Keld and Nyx talking to some like 15-year-old who's like, "Yeah, I found the cave system." It's like
We're
it
not
gives like all
able to
these really
offer
specific
children.
directions.
It's
Yeah.
really rad.
Yeah, it's over that way. It did a completely different direction. I mean, the two of you can give me persuasion checks to see if you're able to acquire any different information.
Can I just give Kel advantage by
Sure.
knowing? Yay.
Yay.
Get it, bud. Advantage, advantage, advantage.
All right. 23.
Yes.
I mean, the
Um,
teens are going somewhere to chain smoke and do graffiti. So
I was
Yeah.
about to say,
What's
it's
the
like,
Somewhere.
it's like you guys are in my brain today. So you see 2 teen girls smoking in an alley. Um, and-
They have that long bottom leaf just free rolled into a
They're like,
cigarette.
yeah. I mean, yeah, we go to the cave sometimes, like to hang out.
what are you, a cop?
You have to tell me if you're a cop.
Otherwise,
Blows
it's
bubble pipe.
entrapment.
They're like, this guy's not a fucking cop. Like immediately, they're like, okay. They see the bubble
Yeah,
pipe come out, and they're
no.
like,
Bubble pipe,
Definitely not a
Kraken
cop.
snake wrapped
one
around
of
shoulders.
one of them snorts, and the other one like has to stop herself from doing it.
Mm.
So like, why do you want to know about the cave? Why do you?
We need to get down there.
Mhm.
You shouldn't do that.
And why is that?
Why not?
My friend got eaten by a bat one time.
Oh, I got eaten by a giant worm once.
How small is your
Oh,
friend?
He's like a little taller than us.
Must be a big
I
bat.
like, yeah, I mean, and then we're like, oh no, we hit it with like a bunch of sticks, and like he's fine, but like it did eat him.
And then it spat him out. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, we beat up that bat. So we haven't really, like, we go to like the mouth of the cave and hang out. But
Okay.
like if you go in like too far, then like the bats get big, and then like
Hmm.
one time I had a friend who walked in and like stepped into the space and was in there for like 3 seconds and then like passed out just instantly. It was like they couldn't breathe and just, and then we had to grab them by the ankles and like pull them back.
We've been warned about gases, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Should probably find some sort of masks to bring.
Sure. If you're a pussy.
And I was telling them I can just use wind to try to get rid of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That could work.
Could you guys show us where this cave is?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You're kind of
Uh.
giving me narc energy. I'm going to be honest.
Hmm.
This is like, that's the most hurtful thing anybody's ever said to me.
With her facial piercings. Narc
Wow.
energy.
You guys are giving me narc energy. I'm going to be honest.
Who would I even narc to?
I don't know you.
Exactly.
Does it
Yeah,
help?
exactly.
I mean, maybe if you knew what we were going for, you would know.
What are you going for?
Um, should we tell Kelm?
Sure.
Kelb's a narc name.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a
What's your
cursed
name?
sword down there.
Oh. Never heard of it.
Mm,
You didn't even say a name. It's just you say curse sword and she's like, nope. Yeah. So if we find your corpses in there, do we have like free reign for like your stuff, I guess? Or is there like somebody you want us to call?
there's like
Don't
a
even
stone
worry
on
about
me.
it.
There's a stone on me. Then if you like
Uh-huh.
contact the person on the other end of it, they'd probably want to know.
That's a wild statement, but I will figure it out, I guess.
I've also got one of those, so
Okay, so we'll find the rocks on y'all's body and call whoever has
You
We'll
hold up
use
the rock.
the
your
other.
Rocky Talkies
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay, yeah, we'll call somebody on the rocks if we find your corpses.
You must not use magic very often.
Hey, I don't think you've seen my fucking horse. It's decked out fucking horse.
The most magical fucking horse you ever saw.
Look at my fucking magic horse. You kidding me?
that's pretty cool.
That is
I
a
feel like I'm getting like
lot of that on that horse.
like the more I talk to you, like I can feel like, you know, when just like you have like you feel cool and awesome, and you guys are really, I feel like, really leeching that. So I'm gonna get on this horse and I'm gonna ride until that is replenished. Yeah. Okay. And Babes
Yeah,
climbs
let's
up
get
on the
outta
horse.
here.
Her friend gets up behind her, and they both just ride off on this fucking horse.
I don't think that really helped us much.
No.
Hmm.
Didn't match the cool kids
Maybe
energy.
we can ask someone else.
I should have. I just didn't know if I should offer them drugs because I have plenty.
That probably
I
would have
was gonna
worked.
offer
That
them
probably would have
money,
changed
but
everything.
she just kept talking, and I didn't like what she was saying. So
Yeah. We can ask other people.
let
I
us
would say that,
meander
like,
on.
yeah, I'll say you talk to some more people. You don't really get more info though.
Hmm.
Like you guys kind of plateau info wise. And I would say after like maybe an hour tops, you guys get back together.
Well,
Any luck?
we've got a ton of scrolls of Speak with Horse and some horse tonic. And the people here don't like to talk about the path into the Underdark because they're afraid the kids will find it and go. And
Jump
be
into the
interested
hole,
in-
Well,
basically.
we talked to some kids who
Yeah, they
supposedly
already
found it.
go.
They know
Apparently,
about
one
it.
of them got eaten by a giant bat.
But they won't tell us where it is.
Well, lucky enough, I think we've got an estimation.
That's something. Hmm.
Yeah, so if we turn ourselves to mist and then survey the area to the northeast, about 10 miles, they said. then we should be able to find it. Apparently, it's not well hidden, though it likes to pretend it is. I'm not sure what that means, but I suppose we'll find it when we find it.
Perhaps it's easily seen from a certain angle or something like that.
Eyes out.
All right. I got a compass, got some parchment, ink, and he'll hand out a piece of chalk to each person.
Hell yeah.
If we need to mark corridors we've gone down or something, just so we don't get turned around. If we get separated, need to leave notes, something of that nature. But other than that, let's find this hole in the ground.
Good deal.
You guys turn to wind, take back to the skies. So the thing is, when something gives you advantage and then it gives you disadvantage. So the thing is, I would give you disadvantage for looking for this thing as wind. But I'm giving you advantage because that woman you spoke to at the magic horse shop rolled a nat 20 on describing where things were and the information they had. So that would have given you advantage. So it is going to be straight rolls on perception checks.
15.
22.
25.
There's my number. Okay.
3.
27.
Okay. You guys find a couple den situations where it's like, oh, let's check this out, and it seems like it ends. And you're like, okay, we'll keep this marked and know that it's here. But like, if a bunch of teenagers could walk into it and like encounter the Underdark and big bats, this isn't exactly hitting that criteria. You continue forward, and uh, on Nana and Nix, you both did really, really well on the roll and got like the highest two. You both sort of see what looks like the entrance to a cave, but it looks like it has like vines and such that had grown over it. Like it looks old and untouched. And moving a little closer, like Nana, you move in. So like Nix, you see it and start to move towards it. Nana's like, oh, somebody sees something, and you move in closer. Nana, you can see that these plants are woven. They're fake. So this is it is purposefully being covered.
Clever. Okay. I mean, however communication works as wind, I'd like to
None.
wave. None. Sweet. I'll whoosh around this area until everybody gathers. This seems like the place.
So you guys take a minute to de-wind and are at the mouth of this cave.
Woohoo!
Good job, Nana. I don't know how you saw this.
Honestly, I saw Nyx heading over this direction, and I think I just came at it from the right angle. Like I said, look, you can see these plants actually aren't real. Look at that. They're made. It's incredible craftsmanship, actually. I wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't got so close.
Guess that's
So-
the point, huh?
Seems to be. Certainly gives a perennial shield that need not worry about being outgrown or stripped back by the winter, although bit of an odd bit of camouflage when there's snow on the ground. Covers for a lot, but still. Well, what's our plan for descent?
What does the entrance look like? Is it like a vertical drop, or is it like a walk-in situation?
It is a walk-in situation. It looks like a slow descent, and I would say, Nana, with your now ridiculous dark vision, you can like just at the tail end of your vision, you can see that it looks like it things split off. So there are multiple
Uh,
paths.
oh dear. Looks like we've got something of a branching path situation here. I'm not sure if we want to necessarily split our resources, but might require some trial and error before we find the right way down.
Fen will pull a panther from his bag, from the
Hell
gray bag of
yeah!
tricks.
You guys have a panther.
We have a panther.
I'm not well versed in cave diving, but uh, perhaps if there are gases common in the Underdark, we could head to the fork and give each way a sniff and see if our nose tells us one way or the other.
Think
Worth a
that's as
try.
reasonable as any. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Is there
Nothing else
anything
is.
indicating like footprints? Is there any path that seems more heavily traveled?
There'd be
Hmm.
wear in stone after enough.
Fen, go ahead and give me survival.
Roshan will light the way.
22.
Okay, first off, the amount of cigarettes and footprints in the main area in the mouth of
It's
this
a
cave,
lot.
crazy.
It's a lot.
This is visited often, though you think, based on what you're looking at, it hasn't been visited in maybe a month. Maybe that's when that guy got eaten by a bat, unclear. And they're like, maybe we should give this a break and not come back for a bit until maybe that bat's dead. Um, but um, basically, the main path, it looks like it is well traveled. And then you get to the fork, and it is a plethora of footsteps in all directions. Like at the beginning of this, it seems like all of this is very well explored. Um, and as you all descend, um, I would like all of you to roll a d100.
Oh boy.
You gotta warn us before session when we're gonna have weirdo dice.
Yep.
Have all of your dice at the ready. You're welcome.
All the time.
71.
87.
Got 57.
30.
82.
Okay. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Ah,
Thanks for being here.
what?
If you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at the Dice Cult on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook. If you want to watch past episodes of On the Backs of Gods, you can go to youtube.com/the Dice Cult to watch how we got here today going into the Underdark. And if you're like, wow, what else can I watch? Over on YouTube, you can watch Gossamer Vale, game run by Katie, Celtic Mythology. We are fighting bandits. We are bandits.
We're
Hey, the
having an
lines are
identity
blurred.
crisis. It's okay.
Either way, probably gonna kill some bandits. But
Probably.
uh, there's some mysteries in town to solve during this festival, or maybe
Mm.
it's not our problem. We'll have to
Mm.
decide. But either
Hmm.
way, you can join us for Gossamer Vale every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. Not this Thursday. This Thursday, no,
No.
no. But next
Not the
Thursday, yes,
9th,
yes.
but the 16th. The 16th.
So you can join us then. And if you want some dice that rolled these 100s this fine day, you can go to the link in the chat or the box below to get some pretty dice that love to tell a story.
They
Uh,
do.
so if you're intrigued by
Hear
that,
ya.
you can follow that link. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you a story. We'll be here same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.